This is the Phantom AD, baby, and you're listening to No Good Music.
We have a special guest with us today. This year he put out a very ghoulish album of spooky songs called The Phantom A.D. Plays Ghoulish Rock and Roll. He mixes surf, garage, rockabilly to create a unique sound harkening back to the days of Bobby Boris Pickett. Good fun, ghoulish tunes. Let's all welcome the soon-to-be legendary Phantom A.D.
Hey, this is the Phantom, baby. Woo!
Crowd goes wild. How you doing, Phantom? My name's Matt.
Hey, Matt. Nice to meet you.
I'm
doing well.
So are you in California?
Yes.
All right, so you got a bit earlier than us here. We got noon.
Yeah, we're at 9 a.m. here.
Yeah. All right.
So let's see, your oldest video is from 10 years ago, and you were known as Isaac Rother and the Phantoms. But in your video for the song The Phantom, you pretty much are saying you are the Phantom.
Yes.
So,
it's a topic that's created much confusion and derision over the years.
But if you're loved, it's still good.
Yes.
So when was the Phantom born? How you got
2012.
That's when the world was supposed to end, just coincidentally.
Yeah, well, that's what they were talking about. They just didn't know it. But that's when I started making this type of music.
Can we say what you do during the day, Phantom?
Other than flea markets, other than flea marketing.
I go to flea markets. I go to I work at high schools as a substitute teacher.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm working in schools as well in high school level, autistic support. So yeah,
great.
I'm there every day. Yeah.
Yes, I've done a lot of special ed as well.
Oh, cool.
Do your students know that you moonlight as the Phantom?
Typically, no.
Okay.
But every once in a while, somebody clever figures it out.
Oh, okay. So yeah, if they have the investigative skills, or if they're up on things, they'll know. Yeah, that's tricky.
Yes.
So I guess you answered my next question. If you've ever taught a class as the Phantom or performed at the school.
No, I haven't. It's a bit of a double life, really.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Kids
Bruce
got a
Wayne.
guitar. I might talk to them about music and give them some advice, or even if they don't have a guitar, but if they're interested in music,
Right.
Because a lot of time I've noticed kids don't understand performing. Even if they're talented, they might think I need to go viral, and it's like,
Yeah.
okay, but also you can perform, and that's cool too.
Right, going back to old school instead of just being trying to reach people from your bed, you and your guitar sitting on your bed, getting out.
Yes.
And now you teach music? Is that what you teach?
No, I teach whatever they ask me to cover for.
Oh, okay.
Which occasionally is music, but it's everything. It's all the subjects: special ed, English language learner. English, math, history, music,
art. Awesome.
So we've let's talk about your album here. We've got it's Phantom A.D. plays ghoulish rock and roll. Love that title.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got 13 ghoulish tracks, which is appropriate, number 13. So how long did it take you to write your album, and where was this recorded?
Interesting question. I don't know how long it took me to write it, because some of the songs I wrote just for the album specifically, and some of them I'd had kind of written for years. And a lot of the time I'll get a song idea and I'll have the song idea and kind of established, but then I don't really actually fully write the song until I'm time to get an album together.
Finish it
so
up,
to answer your question, I have no idea how long it took me to write, but record it. We mostly all of the songs except for one were recorded at my drummer's home studio. But we got a lot of cool stuff there. We got a tape machine, for example, we like to use, and a lot of outboard gear for any recording people. We got a lot of stuff, a lot of equipment there. So that's where most of it was recorded. The one song that wasn't recorded there is the Britney Spears cover.
Is you, girl, you got me blinded. Oh, baby, baby, there's nothing I wouldn't do. It's not the way I planned it. Show me how you want it to be. Tell me, baby, 'cause I need to know, yeah, because my loneliness is killing me, and I must confess, I still believe. When I'm not with you, girl, I lose my mind. Give me a sign. Hit me, baby, one more time.
Which I had done.
Ask you that about
Yeah, I done that one earlier, a few years earlier, at a place called Valentine Studio in Los Angeles, which is a pretty cool place because it's like a time capsule recording studio. In that it opened I think in the 50s, and the guy
the older equipment.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you that if you. I'm sorry to interrupt, but if you used any like vintage
electronic equipment,
early
electronic
instruments.
Yes. Especially the tape machine. All the album was recorded on a tape machine, so that's a vintage piece of equipment.
Yeah,
and some of a lot of the other, like, I don't know how technical we want to get, but like the mic preamps and some of the other stuff is often either vintage or modeled after something that's vintage. A lot of the time, because the vintage stuff at this point is so sought after that you kind of have to be extremely wealthy to have it, but they make similar stuff. Or
I'm in electronics, and so you recreate electronically. Yeah, exactly. It's new, but it's old style.
Yeah, but except for at Valentine Studio, they had all the old stuff in there. Because long story short, this guy was used to the studio owner was Mr. Valentine, and he was used to recording jazz and kind of classic pop, like Bing Crosby and people like that, who were very professional, would just go into the studio, record quickly and professionally, and be done. And then by the 60s and 70s, that style of recording had kind of been supplanted by the rock style, artist style of spending days working on a single song. So that was not how he did things. So he retired from the music industry, but he owned the building. So it was just sitting there with all of the gear in it for decades and decades. And then when he passed away, his kids were like, wow, this is a time capsule. We don't really know anything about studios, but this is obviously really cool. Even the decor, it has like shag carpets and stuff that hadn't been updated in 50 years. So they found someone to reopen it.
Probably get down on, sniff the carpet. Get high.
DNA kits. Get the DNA kits out, man.
Exactly. So anyway, long story short, that place had a bunch of vintage equipment, and it had an actual reverb chamber too, which is cool.
Wow, that's in LA, right?
That's in LA, and luckily I got in there right when they had just opened it, so it was kind of relatively affordable. Now, a few years ago, I hit him up and was like, "What does it cost to record there?" And it was like over $1,000 a day, and it's just like, okay, that's not even that's completely out of the question.
Or people just want to maybe, people with money, musicians want to record there, because they have the vintage stuff. So there's probably a waiting list too, I would think. Yeah, and they get used in like
TV movies and stuff like that. So
Your main bandmate, you mentioned your drummer. That's the main person you work with. Who is that?
His name is Andre Pacheco. He's sort of well, at least when it comes to recording for the last 5 years, has been my partner in crime and performing. He plays drums with me too.
Oh, that's cool, Andre. All right.
So you mentioned I thought it's kind of odd, this song, the Britney Spears song that's on this album. Kind of cool though.
Yeah, well, I like to do things that people don't expect. That's why I kind of do a lot of different styles of, even though it's all rock and roll. A lot of time, like if you look at people who make, let's say, like instrumental surf rock, that's all they do. Whereas that's like or garage rock or kind of like 1950s rock. A lot of times people pick one of those styles. That's the only thing they do. And I like to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's all kind of related in a way, but it is different also. And then I thought the Britney Spears thing would be a cool, unexpected
gave it your own
thing
style,
to do. Yeah.
And those songs for a cover that we do in covers, typically we get inspired and just do them. You don't like go out and seek it; it just comes to you. It probably just came to you. I'm sure. Like that would be a good one.
Yeah, well, I did see somebody else playing it on guitar, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But they weren't doing it how I did it with the guitar solos and my style of singing and stuff. But it did give me the idea that, oh, this could be like a guitar song, not just a pop song.
Yeah. It reminds me of, I think, Cake. Cake does I Will Survive.
Oh, great version of
and
I Will
think
Survive.
There's horns in it right there. And
it's redone, but it's redone bigger and better, actually.
Yeah, they made it their own. Because no one wants to hear a cover song that's exactly like the cover song.
Yeah, that's boring. So I
always think then I want to go back and listen to the original. So, now the other cover song I was surprised is Gloomy Sunday, which is, as far as I know, a Billie Holiday. I know she didn't write it.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those old songs that, she did sort of the version. It's the reason anybody knows it, but it was written by, I forget who wrote it, somebody that writes songs. But again, same kind of thing. I just wanted to do something unexpected and I like that song. And Ricky Nelson does a version of it that mine is pretty similar to, but I added the guitar solo and his is just an acoustic guitar in him, but I sort of took the Ricky Nelson version and then used that as a starting point and went from there.
Right. Now we even though we're a music podcast, we do, we're interviewing you and we do some horror stuff.
Got more coming up this month. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think next week or next Tuesday, not this Tuesday, my other co-host and I were interviewing the guy from Basket Case.
Oh, sure, great movie.
That hey, what's in the basket?
The guy, Kevin. I can never say his. I have to figure out how to pronounce his last name. I like that you have a song in here, "The Brain That Wouldn't Die." I completely forgot about that movie, 1962 horror movie.
Just one thing I gotta know: what you got hiding behind that door? Brain that wouldn't die, decapitated alive. The brain that wouldn't die, decapitated alive. Just one thing I gotta know: what you got hiding behind that door? Every time you touch me, I go out of my mind. Abnormal patterns are the reason why I couldn't bear to be without you. Only one thing that I could do.
Now, is that one of your favorite? That's obviously one of your favorite, I would say, horror movies.
Yes, I love that movie dearly, like an old friend.
Do you remember the first horror movie you ever saw?
Great question.
It was probably The Shining, and it scared the I won't
Yeah.
use profanity. I know this is a family show, but it scared the pants off me.
Yeah.
And for some reason, my dad thought that would be a good idea to show me that movie as a child.
Yeah.
But it was not a good idea. But that was probably the first horror movie I saw. But before that, I was very into stuff like Scooby-Doo, which is horror adjacent.
Yeah.
Animated kids horror, but
there was always something ghoulish.
Now
going on.
we're a lot older than you, but not to talk about me, but
I grew up on Scooby-Doo as well. But
but I remember
it's timeless. It's timeless.
Believe it or not, the first memory I ever had it was when I was 4.
Yeah.
And my dad was watching Frankenstein.
Wow.
And I hid behind his recliner.
Mm-hmm.
The freaking thing scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, if you remember it at 4, it's one of those important memories.
But that's one of the first memories I ever have.
Mm-hmm.
Ever had.
Wow, well,
I was probably 8 or 9 years old
That's
and saw The Exorcist.
That's one of the most iconic movies to be scared by. So that's really cool.
And it turned out to be one of my favorite, Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Usually watch it every year.
Probably still comes to you in your dreams, I bet. You probably still have that deep down.
Probably.
Yeah.
So are you writing, I know this album came out early in the year. I assume you've written new songs, or is there?
Yes, I have.
I was wondering if there's going to be a new, Halloween's coming up. It's almost October. Is there going to be any new releases before Halloween for this season?
That's a good idea, but there's not going to be any new releases. But I am going to, sort of. I'm releasing a music video.
Okay.
So of a song that's already been out, I'm going to release the "I Go Where the Party Takes Me" music video.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not releasing any new music yet. But I hope to next year. I've got a lot of songs written, but we haven't started recording any of them yet.
Now you're playing guitar. Are you playing lead guitar on these songs?
Yes.
Okay. Because I have to say the guitar work is phenomenal.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Excellent. Yeah.
And were you trained? Like, did you take lessons, or are you
self-taught?
Self-taught.
Well, both.
Okay.
I took lessons when I was a kid. I grew up in Los Angeles, very close to this famous guitar store called McCabe's Guitar Shop.
Okay.
And it's mostly known for acoustic folk music is kind of what they're known for. So I actually learned a lot of like early blues and acoustic styles and stuff like that when I was starting. And I kind of got more into electric guitar later, which I mostly am self-taught on the electric guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So your bass, the early years, the bass was, I don't mean bass guitar, but your foundation then was acoustic, and coming out of that guitar place that was folk music oriented. Yeah, folk music was a huge scene in like San Fran and LA, and way back then.
Yeah, and it kind of appealed to me in a way, in the same way that his old horror and early rock and roll does. And like the best stuff is old. Yeah. So you can kind of be as nerdy as you want to and find all these obscure recordings and artists from a million years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You had the opportunity to play in. Well, I know there's a video out, which is great, of you talking about your time in Japan. It's the Phantom in Japanum, and of course, love that.
Yeah.
And how did it come about? Have you toured other countries, or was this the only place outside of the U.S. that you did a tour? You did small clubs there.
Yeah, I did. So I've done that in Europe a couple times, although so I was now I'm a little bit more well known in the United States. I'm still a pretty small artist, but basically in the United States, if you try to tour as a small artist, you're not going to be playing. You're playing at empty clubs every night. Whereas and thankfully I've passed that stage. I do have fans, so I can tour and play to them. But that was my situation for many years. And in Europe, the culture is different, and you can play to an audience every night, even as like an unknown artist.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, the U.S. is huge compared to Japan. I'm talking about size, land mass, and so where you are in Europe as well. I'm just wondering. I think there's probably less venues, honestly, and so people will go to those venues. Like they'll go out and they'll go to that venue, and then you play for them. Where there's so many places, there's just so many towns and cities in the U.S., and you'll find less people, and they'll be empty. Yeah, this is my theory there. Yeah. Especially Japan. I mean, so many people in a small area coming out to see you. Tell me a story about Japan. What was a highlight, or what was bizarre in Japan?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you something crazy about Japan.
Yeah.
Well, first off, the clubs are tiny. It's like everything is tiny. Things you couldn't even imagine are the size they are.
Yeah. Like the people in the spaces, right?
Yeah, and so the clubs, it'll be like this. The club will be maybe oftentimes the same size as the stage. So it's like there's a stage that's half the club, and then there's standing room in front of the stage that's the other half the club, and then there's something that looks like a coat check in a closet, and that's the bar.
No, I believe it.
And but one of the craziest things was at one of these shows we accidentally left an iPad there, and the club owner was like, "Don't worry, I'll just put it out front of the club for you to pick up tomorrow." And Japan, crime, as we know it, does not exist in Japan.
Yeah.
So you can leave an iPad in front of a club in a major city, and nobody will touch it.
Wow. And you were like, what?
Yeah, that was pretty mind-blowing.
Well, that is
there
awesome.
probably are cities in the U.S. you could,
small towns.
Yeah, or a farm.
In a farm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was in Hong Kong for a year, and so that's Chinese culture, not Japanese. But there is an integrity and a respect that goes above the worth of an iPad. And it's true. It's amazing. Great story.
Yeah, it was really it kind of, I was like, wow, a better world is possible.
It's awesome.
Now, how long were you in Japan?
I was only there for about a week. We did 4 shows, and then I spent 3 days goofing around, but I wish I had spent 3 weeks goofing around because there's so much interesting stuff to do in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably not, I don't know anything about Japan, like as far as what things cost.
Mm-hmm.
It was very affordable. That's the thing. The biggest expense by far was the plane tickets. But then once we got there, lodging was very reasonable, and you would be eating the most amazing food.
Mm-hmm. And, for a great price.
Yeah, it would usually be about like $10 a person.
Mm-hmm.
And, unlike in America, the price is the price. It's not like there's tax and tipping is not really a thing, which kind of takes getting used to, because it kind of think like, am I being rude, not tipping? But they would actually probably consider it rude to tip, because it would imply that they're, I don't know.
More.
But
they would be needy. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other video I saw on YouTube I thought was pretty cool, and it's pretty recent. I think it's from a month ago. Is when you were playing on the street of San Francisco. I don't know what street it was.
Yes, that was that was Jack Kerouac Alley in the famous North Beach region of San Francisco.
Now, was this planned, or was it impromptu, or did you send word out that you were going to be playing?
It was planned. It's part of a concert series called Wacky Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
But it is kind of a cool street takeover, and it's right by where there's all these iconic businesses and stuff that have been there for a long time.
So I was just there with my daughter. We flew out last month, and so San Francisco for the first time. Is this the beach area that's between Pier 39 and the Golden Gate? Is that the beach area?
It's a little bit different area. It's called North Beach. I guess there is a beach there, but it's a historically Italian neighborhood. But then in the 60s, it got kind of famous because that's where all the beat writers flocked to, 50s and 60s. And then there's also a whole another world of kind of sleazy movie theaters and stuff, that some of which are still there, although I don't think they're as sleazy as they used to be.
Yeah. Yeah. Different place than I was at. Yeah, thanks for telling us. Very good.
Yeah, I feel like if you look up, I don't know if you're familiar with Carol Doda. She worked out of that area for a long time. She was kind of one of the first famous. Well, she was the first topless dancer, actually.
Okay.
There's a documentary about her produced by one of the guys from Metallica. That's pretty worth watching.
Yeah. All right. Good plug for that. I'm not aware of that. Yeah.
Now, when you were in Japan, you went to, I guess, a record store, but you also bought some toys there. I say toys, but they were pretty cool from the 80s. Now, are you a collector? Do you have a huge collection? And if so, what's like your most cherished like collectible that you have?
Yeah, I do. I am. In fact, that's why I'm at a flea market right now. Is I love,
of course,
finding weird stuff and at reasonable prices in Japan.
Yeah.
Again, going back to Japan, is that yes, I got all these Ultraman toys from the 80s, and when you see them in the United States, they're like $50 or something. In Japan, and in Japan, they were like $2.
Yeah.
And nobody wants them because they're not, they're not cool. Like that was like the 80s. That's not what people are into. They're into like Gundam and all this more contemporary anime stuff. They're not super interested in Ultraman. That's like their grandpa's superhero, but they
not your grandpa.
Yeah, it was right for the picking for someone like me. But so I do love toys and knickknacks and kind of stuff like that. It's hard to pick one piece. I guess maybe one of the most iconic ones that people often comment on when they see my stuff is I have a Shogun Godzilla, which is a toy from the 70s. It's that a lot of people kind of nerd out on because it's cool. It's big and it's cool, and he kind of looks like an avocado, and it has a hand that shoots off and a mouth that spits fire, and he's on wheels, and he's pretty big. He's like over a foot.
Okay.
Wow.
But yeah, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
I remember these. It's weird because I remember these. I think they were called Shogun, like robots.
Yeah, it's the same series. They're all they made all the robots and they made one Godzilla.
Oh, really? Because I had one of them.
I think they made a Rodan
shot missiles out of its hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't go too far.
It's the same really toy line.
Anyway. Was this late 70s? What was this? Mid 70s?
Yeah, it was this. I think it was. Yeah, it had to be It had to be 70s.
70s, mid 70s, maybe. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely the 70s. I couldn't give you the specific year, but 70s.
Yeah. I got one for Christmas. That's how old I am, by the way.
Good. Well, if you still have that, people,
don't have it.
they salivate over those things. They're worth big money now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Now you're starting a tour on October 25th. You're playing Wilmington. I can't talk right. North Carolina. I had your schedule here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm doing a show in the Bay Area in California, then going out to North Carolina. We're doing Wilmington on Halloween. And we're also doing Raleigh, Charlotte, Asheville, and coming back home for a couple weeks and then going out to LA and San Diego.
Okay. I've been to Asheville a couple times.
Yeah. So I got family in Charlotte. So what's the North Carolina draw? What connected you with why North Carolina? You might not have an answer for that.
Well, somebody offered to fly us out there, so that was really the genesis of that.
They said, "Come on out." Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they wanted us to play their Halloween party, and they offered to provide travel accommodation. So that's how that came about.
That's awesome.
Now, who are the Phantom Playboys? Does that have anything to do with your band?
Just a coincidence that we both have Phantom in the name. No, they're no relation.
Works. Name recognition gets you very far. Yeah, that'll work.
So thank you for talking to us today. I think I don't know if we missed anything or you want to mention anything we didn't talk about.
Yeah, what do you
thank you for all the great questions. Appreciate you guys. And hope to make it to where are you guys based out of?
We're in New Jersey. I'm in New Jersey, Washington.
Yeah, right. We're Pennsylvania, the border of Pennsylvania and New Jersey.
Matt's near Bethlehem.
In the Lehigh Valley, north of Philly. I'm an hour north of Philly. Yeah.
Down North Philly. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I hope to make it out that way next year.
Yeah, sounds great. Yeah.
And you have let's see, you have vinyl, right, out for your album?
Yeah, I got my new album, The Phantom Plays Ghoulish Rock and Roll, on vinyl, on green vinyl. I got my old album on purple vinyl.
Okay. And is it on CD too, or just vinyl?
It's on CD. It's on vinyl. It's on all the streaming things.
Yeah, and your website is thephantomad.com, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Well, thank you. And our listeners can find you on YouTube, Facebook. I think you're on Instagram. Yeah, all over.
Instagram, TikTok. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, you have a great rest of the day. Hope you find some good things at the flea market there. All right.
Awesome.
Great.
Cool.
Take
Well,
care,
thanks, guys.
Okay.
All right. Have a
All
great
right,
day.
take
See ya.
See ya.
Adios. Bye bye.
Yep. Bye bye.
Sunday's gloomy, my hours are slumberless. Dearest, the shadows I live with are numberless. Bouquets of flowers will never awaken you. Not where the black coach of sorrow has taken you. Gloomy Sunday.
You've been listening to No Good Music. Today's interview was produced and edited by Rob J. Lilly and recorded via Zoom at the Did You Say
7
Studios in Washington, New Jersey. You can find No Good Music on Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Spotify, Pandora, and almost anywhere you listen to podcasts. Exit music by the band 99%. The song's Halloween theme, Hit Me Baby, The Brain That Wouldn't Die, and Gloomy Sunday used with permission from the Phantom